peppers. Pork or chicken? No, onions are, but wait, you gotta like beef? What's the difference between beef and pork? I'm gonna go with pork, onions, and that's everything. I don't like potatoes. No, that's everything. Sounds good to me. The veggies will be good for you. Order given, you waited for your food to be ready. Lizzie headed towards you, having issued her own request. Hi again. I heard what you ordered. I'm getting chicken kebab with all 3 colors of the peppers. Noticing that Cove approached, she turned to him. What are you having?
Why?
Damn, Cove! Just tell us! Why does it matter? I don't know, I was just asking. I'm getting beef and shrimp with all the vegetables except onions. Lizzie hummed, while evaluating his response. That's okay, I guess, but chicken is definitely the better one. Then you can eat all the chicken. I'm going to. I want some chicken too. All the chicken in the world? Chicken is the worst. This is a stupid argument. Chicken is the best choice. I'm gonna be like, all the chicken in the world?
No.
No, that's dumb. You know what I mean. I was being funny. Lizzie peered over the grills where the kebabs were being handed out. A growing assortment of kebabs collected in your parents' hands. Why does it always happen that when I try to be funny, no one laughs with me? I'm gonna get so insecure. They're coming over. Don't get jealous of mine when you realize you made the wrong choice, Cove. I didn't make the wrong choice. It isn't the wrong choice. We all made good choices. Same to you, Lizzie. Same to you, Lizzie. She simply stuck her tongue out and retort. And retort? Oh my god. In regards. The person serving you gave your mommy your one final kebab, and then your parents moved over to rejoin you. Between them, they were carrying 6 kebabs, 1 for each of you, including Cove and Mr. Holden. We've got the goods. Cove's daddy is looking for a place we can sit. In the meantime, they began passing out the kebabs to their rightful owners. Lizzie smiled smugly as she received hers. These are pretty big. Be careful not to drop it. Try not to poke yourself with the ends either. They are sharper than you might think. Hearing that, you tentatively pushed the tip of the skewer against your finger. It felt like the point of a newly sharpened pencil. Though it didn't hurt your hand, you wouldn't want it to scrape the roof of your mouth or jabbing your tongue. Mommy clucked her tongue. It would have been nice if the opposite were a little easier to manage and less messy to eat, especially for smaller kids. Would have been nice if the options were a little easier to manage and less messy to eat, especially for smaller kids. Yeah. I also don't like eating, I do like eating kebab, but I always pull it off the what is it called? That thing. So I can just eat it normally with a fork. Cause it's so messy. I don't like it. I don't need that. There aren't even plates for everyone, so we could set the food down for a second. Oh, that sucks. Whoever made this whole thing, organized it, they suck. What the fuck?
True.
That's what you get for the well, yeah, okay, sure. True. That's what you get for the price of free. But we can hack it, right? And we should have brought our own stuff. Lizzie nodded her head victoriously, clutching her kebab like a trophy. Her parents lead you back to the tables. It was immediately evident where Mr. Holden had been sent to scout one out. Benches had quickly filled up as people got their food. Mr. Holden was standing over a corner section near the edge of a sitting area. He beckoned your group over to join him. You clambered onto the bench, taking care not to let your kebab slip from your fingers. Further along the table, Cove perched next to his dad, while Lizzie took the space next to you. Your mom passed the final unclaimed kebab to Mr. Holden.
Thank you.
Thanks, this one looks delicious. Thank you for getting us space out here. Everyone tucked into their food. You gobbled it up eagerly, only particularly obstructed by the awkwardness of eating from a skewer. Yeah. That's what they are called, skewers. Yeah, I hate eating from those. It's so messy. Running around with the other kids had helped you to work up an appetite. Mr. Holden, what do you do?
Well...
Well, I do a lot of things. Do you play golf? Only if you count mini golf. One look at Lizzie's restricted face confirmed that she did not. She could enjoy occasionally round of mini golf. She could enjoy the occasionally round at mini golf plays, especially if she had an audience to impress. But your sister took her passion very seriously. Even then, it's been years since I gave it a shot. Cove groaned at the feeble pun. Stimmt. Mom chuckled. We weren't sure if she was responding to the joke, Cove's annoyance, or Lizzie's offense.
Don't worry about it.
Just as well. She'd be dragging you to the green every week. That's because I've got dedicated. You need a good drive or two to get far. Mr. Holden nodded, clicking his tongue in appreciation. Cove looked from his father to his sister, lost in the conversation. Outclassed in golf and wit. I don't get it. I wouldn't get it either if I didn't live with her. You have to hear the stuff all the time. Oh, I have to hear the stuff all the time. You should have give real golf a try. Maybe I'll even teach you some tricks. Don't try to change my dad to be more like you. Lizzie gave Cove a dirty look at the accusation. Mommy felt the need to move the topic ahead before it got heated.
Oh, nice.
It's really sweet of you, but I'm sure Mr. Holden's busy. He might not have time for another hobby. Yeah, I don't think I'm made for that. Still, the offer is appreciated.
Why?
Then tell me something you really do already. You just go away every day. I like scuba diving, though with the business that's more work than play these days. Surfing and reading, snorkeling. Those are things Cove likes. Oh, that he's gonna hate that if I say that. Oh, it's a good thing that you live by the beach. You stayed quiet. I don't think Cove's gonna like if I say that, so... I mean, why even should I say that? I'm just gonna be like, well, it's a good thing you live by the beach then. Don't I know it? I have nightmares about moving inland.
No way.
That's not a good joke. The sun had been setting when you'd got your food, and by the time you'd finished, night had truly fallen. Your sticky fingers were the only remaining evidence of your meal. Oh, I hate that. It would give me sensory issues, even as a kid. I would need to wash my hands immediately. I don't like sticky fingers or like dirty hands. The kebab had been a great combination, more than some of its parts. The seasoning of freedom to choose every ingredient yourself was what made it something to remember. Oh wait, fireworks are still on the table. Rising from the table, Mommy held up her water bottle. Okay, now that the food is gone, you've got to wash your hands. Yes, please wash my hands. Gee, Lizzie, please hold them out. I love them as parents. Oh, it makes me jealous because I didn't have them as parents. Kinda does remind me of my grandparents. Gee, Lizzie, please hold them out. Lizzie complied, coming over and cupping her hands together in front of her. Mommy splashed some water over her fingers and Lizzie rubbed them together, working off any residue. Here. Mom passed her a paper towel from her purse and Lizzie used it to dry it off with her hands. Your turn, Chi. Oh, I get to choose? You readily held your hands out to catch the water. You beconically lifted your hands up. You didn't move. I don't have to. No, I do need to clean my hands. I readily held out the hands to catch the water. Cupping Lizzie, you washed your hands, taking care to clean every cervix between your fingers before wiping them dry. Nearby, Cove had taken his own course of action, wiping his hands on his pants and leaving a stain where his fingers had been. Mr. Holden shook his hand. Shook his head. Yeah, Cove.
Come on.
Let's clean that off, Paul. Paul. He scrubbed at the fabric with a scrunched up napkin. It's not that bad. When everyone was cleaned up for as clean as they could be, with the limited facilities, Mom spoke up.
Let's go.
Let's go make one last check at the coolers and restock on drinks before the fireworks show. No time, we have to get a good spot. Everywhere's gonna be taken. Oh, I was at a firework some days ago. We had a good place. But like last year when the fireworks were, I did not have a good place. There were so many people that you couldn't go through them. But this time I had a really good spot. It was so nice. In no time we have to get a good spot. Everywhere's gonna be taken. Yeah, Lizzie, you're wide. How about I go ahead and save space again? You can meet up with me in the field after taking the drinks. That's a good idea, Mr. Holden. Then I'm going with Cove Dad. I'll find the perfect place.
Okay.
Sure thing. I could use an extra pair of eyes. Mommy shook her head, youthfully at Lizzie even more enthusiastic than the usual attitude.
That's fine.
Alright, me, Cliff, and Lizzie can go find a place to sit. Pam, Cove, and she, do you want to get the drinks? Okay. You nodded. Okay, I'll get all the stuff we need. No, I want to help pick the spot. I don't want to get drinks. You considered your options. No, okay, I'll get all the stuff we need. Everything is gonna be in my hands. As Mommy, Lizzie, and Mr. Holden headed off into the wild, as they headed off into the wild, open field where the fireworks were being set up, you joined Cove and Mom and returning to the cooler where you had picked up the drinks earlier. Even as you approached, you suspected you wouldn't find much in it. Where it had originally been stocked to the brim, it was now half empty. The ice, which had cushioned drinks and kept them cool, was largely melted, with only a handful of pieces floating like tiny icebergs. Slim pickings. Drinks that remained locked to be bottles of plain water, but you caught a glimpse of something more colorful in amongst them. Mom rummaged around the cooler, navigating a couple of juice boxes from the bottom in the process.
Aha.
Ah, gee, Cove, you can take one of those if you want. The perks of helping. You took a juice box for yourself, you took only water bottles, you took a juice box to share and a water bottle for yourself. I took a juice box for yourself, you took only water bottles. You took a juice box to share and a water bottle for yourself. I said I'm gonna take everything I can. So I'm gonna take a juice box to share, I guess, with Lizzie or something, and a water bottle for myself. Cove hesitated, but decided to take a juice box for himself. When you were each loading up with your chosen drinks, plus an extra bottle or two for someone else in the group, Mom's phone started to ring. She juggled the water bottle over into the crock with her arm and looked at the caller. It's Mommy. Hold tight while I get this.
How are you?
Hey, hon. How's it going? Did you find a perfect spot already? She nodded along to the call, punctuated by uh-huhs, and Mom gave her the directions. Catching your eye, she gestured towards the grassy area. You've got a place. Come on, we better hurry before the show starts. You and Cove jogged after your mom, who led you through the field, and the separate groups of people assembling there, back to the rest of your families.
Hello.
Hello, we're here, and we've come bearing drinks, though there weren't any left. The three of you handed over the spare drinks. You held up the extra juice box. I bought this for someone.
How sweet.
Oh, you're so thoughtful, T. Oh, I thought I'm gonna like share with Lizzie, cause she probably, yeah, I don't know. Besides mommy replying pretty expectantly, there was just one person who made a claim to the sweet drink. Can I have it? I knew she would. Yeah, Lizzie, I took it for you. Look what a good little sister I am. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so cute. Thanks. I love you too. All for a juice box. That's crazy, Lizzie. Okay. Aww. To a real pair. Yeah, normally what the fuck? Normally we fight each other. But this time it's all good. Once everyone had been equipped with a beverage for the big event, we sat on the grass near your family and waited for the magic to begin. Most people in the park had taken a seat now, with a few straggler silhouettes back at the tables in the distance. A few rambunctious kids were still dashing about, but their numbers were steadily decreased as their parents called them over and restored to a restored order. Someone bearing a cardboard box waved between the groups, pausing every so often. He nudged Lizzie and pointed. What are they doing? Looks like they're handing something out. I can make out what it is. Oh, is it sparklers? Is it like those the stuff you can like light and it's like it sparks?
What a pickle.
Oh, I hope it's not drinks. Yeah, that would suck. Mommy chuckled, but Lizzie and Cove were now watching the bestower of mysterious goods keenly. Are they gonna come to us too? Mom softly put her hands on top of your sister's shoulder, as if she feared Lizzie might bolt over to the stranger. Lizzie didn't even glance at her, eyes locked on the potential prize. I don't know.
In that case,
We'll have to wait and see. You were intrigued. You didn't care. No, I am intrigued. I want to see if they have sparklers. Studying the man with the box closely as he gradually meandered nearer, you could make out that he was handing out small items to most of the groups he stopped at. They seemed too short to be water bottles, but beyond that it remained a mystery. Then the box man made his way to your group. Evening! I'm handing out desserts. Any takers? Oh yes! Totally! I would have loved sparklers too, but like, I take dessert. There's dessert? Lizzie squealed, hopping up from the ground. The man chuckled. Yes, I love that. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Ice cream on the menu, vanilla flavored with a twist of either chocolate or strawberry syrup. Strawberry syrup. Nice. None for me though. Thanks. Same, but the offer is appreciated. I want chocolate. Can I have strawberry? And a strawberry for me too, please. Now you are going to have to make a decision. Chocolate or strawberry? I'm gonna get strawberry, I'm gonna get chocolate. You pulled on your mom's shirt and whispered that you wanted strawberry. Pulled at your mom's shirt and twisted and you didn't want either. You were lactose intolerant. You were lactose intolerant. Turns out in real life, I am a little bit lactose intolerant, but most of the time I don't care. But I need to be home at the specific time after I took that stuff. But I'm just totally gonna go with this. I'm gonna get strawberry. Reaching into the box, the man brought out the requested ice cream and tossed them out. It came packaged in a little plastic cup, completely with a wooden spoon stuck to the paper lid. Well, that's nice. The condensation wet your fingers in a pleasant way.
thank you.
Thank you. Kids, are you going to thank the nice man too? No. There was a chorus of thanks. He confidently nodded and walked off to another group. The man couldn't spend much time with each group, considering how many he had to get to. He peeled back the tab at the cover that covered the ice cream and got right into your unexpected treat. It tasted amazing. Lizzie was definitely enjoying hers. Cove was too. Lizzie munched away happily, but it immediately didn't succeed in monopolizing her attention. Eyes wide, she looked at her mommy and pulled on her pants.
Please!
I didn't get strawberry. Can I have some of yours, please? Oh, she's that kind of kid.
Of course.
Thank God she didn't ask me, because I would be like, no, you chose you chose your stuff, you choose your path. Lizzie called with excitement as Mommy presented her with a dollop of the ice cream and syrup mixture. Licking her lips, Lizzie lapped it up. Mommy, come on now, Lizzie has all the ice cream she needs. You simply laughed and pinched Lizzie's cheek, then dug her spoon in again and held it out for you. Just can't resist, Chi. Would you like some of mine? I just can't resist, Chi. Would you like some of mine? We have the same one. She's already got that flavor, but that's not the same as getting a little extra from your mommy. Oh, I love her. Oh, my bisexual heart. I love them so much. You accepted the bite, you passed on a bite. Passed on a bite? Like give it to Cove? No, Cove that's the same. I'm gonna accept the bite. Cause mommy wants to give it, so I'm just like, yeah, I accept. You ate the treat being offered, much to mom's chagrin and mommy's delight. Cove watched the exchange silently with a blank expression. Oh. Mom, on the other hand, shook her head and she had a fond smile on her face. Well, you better at least give me some too. You could have gotten your own if you wanted ice cream.
What?
What? The kids have ice cream already and they're getting some of yours to boot. And I have nothing. Now is when you decided to be firm. I love them. Laughing, mommy feeds some ice cream to your sulking mom. Could never actually follow through with being tough.
There.
Yeah, there. All better now. Yes. Good. How about you, Cliff? Would you like some? No, I'm still okay. Thanks for keeping me in mind. Cove? It's only fair that you get a choice too. Cove shook his head firmly, concentrating on his own cup. Mommy smiled. Okay, as long as no one is feeling left out. Mommy was always so nice to everyone. Oh, that's so... Yes, let's go! Then the first fireworks cut through the sky, whistling as it ascended until it hit the crescendo with an explosion. The park flashed as if alight. Squealing, Lizzie leapt to her feet, forgetting the ice cream, tumbling to the ground as the fireworks crackled into tiny drops of glitter in the sky. It's starting! Everyone else looked up to the sky. Another firework whizzed through the air. With each explosion, Lizzie would jump into the air. The event was thrilling. It was impossible to tear your eyes from the scene. Loud noises hurt your ears. You covered them with your hands. Yeah, I mean, I already said that I needed to do that as a kid because it did hurt my ears. It was kind of neat. You shrunk back, hugging your knees to your chest. I think I'm gonna, I still will cover my ears, cause that shit was loud, even though, as a kid, obviously. It was thrilling, but you can still enjoy it when you cover your ears. No matter the age, even if you're a grown adult and you still cover your ears when there's fireworks, totally okay. Spotting your discomfort, Mom came to sit behind you. She placed her own hands over your ears, further muffling the 𝚃𝚑𝚊𝚗𝚔 from above. My grandma always did that to me too. Or my grandpa. So yeah, that gives me some flashbacks to that. That makes me so happy. You buried your face in your chest. Soothing, you quietly watched the spectacle. Now that I'm covered, I'm gonna watch it. Soothed, you quietly watched the spectacle. Having Mom with you made you feel better. It didn't seem bad to take in the fireworks while she was around. Cove stayed by his dad, captivated by the sky sparkles and flashes overhead. Mommy's gaze was on you, then your parents made eye contact. Mom gestured with her hand to silently say things were fine there. I love our moms. I love them. Oh god. Mommy smiled, then hopped to her feet and joined Lizzie in jumping up in tandem with every crack of the firework. They had a little party together. Mr. Holden watched the fireworks scene impassively. He did smile at you and even gave a thumbs up when he noticed you looking over. Ah, oh god, I love that. The fireworks continued, some twisting like the cool of a spring as they arched into the sky. Others shooting straight from the ground and shattering into a million tiny specks. Every color got its spotlight in the shore, from fiery reds to eerie greens and blues that could rival the ocean. You eventually noticed at some point that Mr. Holden had let Cove perch atop his shoulders. Or more likely, Cove had to be persuaded to give it a try. Still, Cove's face was covered with a wide smile that matched his father's own. Aww. To imagine the view from way up there was pretty impressive. It was also nice that they were getting along for once. Oh, that's so nice. The show built up to a grand final as they boomed over the park and filled every inch of the sky, the twinkling lights representing the full spectrum of a rainbow. As the final glittering embers dissolved into the night, you released a deep breath. The after image was still burned on your retinas. Oh my god, the after image was still burned into in your retinas. I don't know if that's right, but never mind. Leaping up behind your eyelids with every blink. Within a minute, the image had been lost, but it was burned deeper still in your mind. A core memory. You'd been so focused on the show that your foot had gone numb beneath you, and it was only when you attempted to stand that you felt a tingling sensation of blood washing back to your toes. Cove was on the ground again, your eyes locked momentarily, then you turned back to your family. The news that Cove and his dad would be coming with you to the once-a-year event hadn't been great. You could admit now that it had been as bad as you feared, but it would have taken far more than not actively wanting. Wait, okay. We are still on bad terms with Cove. You could admit now that it hadn't been as bad as you feared, but it would take far more than not actively wanting one event for you to consider Cove a friend. Oh. Ruining one event for you would have taken far more than not actively ruining one event for you to consider Cove a friend. Though the sun had gone down long ago, the air on your bare arms was warm. You took in your giddy family, their spirits beyond so many complicated English words, what the fuck, by the fireworks display and smiled. It had been a pretty special night. It was nice. Okay, those are the last ones, and then we're going with a better status with Cove, because I can't take this anymore. We don't consider him a friend. My heart can take it. We gotta be like on better terms with the next step.